I am here with Mr. Brian Allaiin. Brian, thank you so much for sitting
my pleasure.
in. So as you know, the goal is we're capturing the sights and sounds. We're trying to pull in attendees and speakers and PIHRA royalty, man. So it is, for those that don't know, Brian, you put on this conference for years and years, and we're just really integral to it being where it is today, and just kind of building the brand and the conference and everything. So I just want to start off by thanking you for all the countless hours you've given to the HR community and to this conference and everything. I really, really just full-throated on behalf of all the listeners. We really appreciate you.
I really appreciate that. My time with PIHRA was really what I consider to be the kickoff of my career.
Yeah.
It was really my first step into a professional role, and with Raphael had the opportunity to advance my career and really take on some big responsibilities. So it was a great ride, and it was hard to leave the organization, but I had a great opportunity calling, so I had to move on.
That's awesome. And again, I think the time together was beautiful, and we're doing something else. So talk to me a little bit about the new gig.
Yeah, sure. So there is an organization called Insurance Educational Association. It's been around since the 1800s.
Wow.
They
Holy moly.
started for workers' compensation.
Wow.
So they built up the organization over the years and have trained most of the adjusters in the state. So that organization was having some hard times and was looking at going under. So Michael Sullivan and Associates, who you're familiar with, they purchased the assets, and they wanted to rebuild and keep this legacy alive. So luckily for me, they came to me in 2021 and gave me the opportunity to run this business for them. And our big focus here in the HR space is our Certified Professional in Disability Management. So it's a really robust certification course that is total absence management, and it's something that seems to really be missing in the market.
I mean, tell me more about it.
Sure.
If I'm an HR person listening, it's like, that's intriguing. Keep going.
Of course. So, we find that there's a lot of organizations doing specific ADA or FMLA or micro courses, but there's not really a big, robust leave program. So what this focuses on is integrated disability and absence management. So what it is it's a total absence management. You're not just managing empty seats. You're bringing in all of your disability and leave accommodations, absences into one system. You have an individual disability and absence management coordinator, so the employee has a more positive experience. So that's the concept behind it. So the course itself will teach you about all of the state, federal, local, and employer programs. It goes through, the second course in it is the concepts course.
So it's literally teaching the HR practitioner, him or herself?
Yes.
Okay, and how long are these courses?
So the certification, the on-demand version will take 33 hours of classwork. It's in an interactive SCORM content with video and knowledge checks and quizzes, so it keeps the learner engaged. And you're not only going to go through the concepts of the programs and the way they all work together, but then you also talk about prevention and intervention and mental health and behavioral risks. And then the third part of it even goes into metrics and measurement. And how do you pitch this to your C-suite and show them that this is something they need to invest resources in? Right,
because obviously you got to keep your lights on, so there's a cost associated with it. So am I gathering correctly that you guys are an education for the HR person that's on site at the employer group to learn more about how the different leaves interact, et cetera? What about the tool for actually inputting leaves as someone calls in and goes, hey, I need this leave or that leave or whatever? Do you also have a tool to facilitate that, or do you steer them to other vendors?
Unfortunately, we're not there yet. It's interesting. I've had a couple people ask me about that here at this conference, and one of our subject matter experts has been talking about a potential consulting opportunity with this course, where not only can we do the education, but we'll be there to support the organization as they transition to this new theory of leave management.
Because I find a lot of clients up market wind up partnering with their disability carrier, right?
Yes.
So like the Unums, Mutual of Omahas of the world, the carriers that have a leave management program. And so you have this kind of disability management program tied into your disability plan. Is that where you find a lot of clients are also turning, or?
Yeah, and that's the question I'm getting, is I think that a lot of people are having a hard time managing leaves and absences, right? So they need some external resources. So what I'm being asked for in addition to our training is, can you come into our organization and help us structure this and manage this?
Right.
The other is, you know, we have a hotline. Like, you know, we want to go ahead and process this, but we may have a question.
Yeah.
You know, so those are the types of business opportunities we'll grow into.
So does that hotline, if they buy the training course, they have access to the hotline ongoing, or they have to buy also like an ongoing support with you guys?
It hasn't been determined yet.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're kicking the tires on future business models, and today's business model is really the education track and coaching employer HR managers up on how the different leaves interplay.
Yeah, so since I took over IEA as CEO, my focus has been rebuilding the organization. You know, so that's what the last 2 years have been. We've rebranded, new website, new learning system.
Shut the website out. What's the website?
IEAtraining.org.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So we've done all sorts of work on the courses. Everything's ready. So now we're out in the market and we're looking for partnerships.
Yeah,
That's our big growth strategy.
Well, I see.
this
Obviously,
year.
you know, my day job is an insurance consultant.
course.
I see a lot of like synergy here to say, hey, listen, we can kind of partner with you and be that extra service arm and be that kind of vetting out. And we know the client's disability policies, so helping them figure out what system might be best, and then bringing in the education to augment there's a lot of synergy there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and so many of the people I'm talking to see an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think it seems everybody's agreeing that this is a gap in the market.
Yeah.
You know, and it's becoming more and more difficult to manage. So, you know, I'm just hoping that we can help everybody out with this solution.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason we try to do this podcast is to sort through different vendors, separate the wheat from the chaff, and figure out, hey, look, we have a commitment to keeping our ear to the ground and figuring out vendors that are out there and that are good partners. So it's always great, first of all, to see old friends and people we've known for so long, and second of all, just again to be able to have you in the chair with all you've meant to PIHRA and this conference and the HR community. And then lastly, to hear a little bit about the new gig, kind of what you have going on, and get maybe some eyeballs and ears on it, man. So
yeah, I gotta say, I was really excited to walk in the door and see your face on this banner here. Congratulations on this. This is really awesome.
I appreciate that. And it's not that I love sitting next to a giant picture of my head, but it is the logo. And so I wanted people to search the podcast and they search on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get it, to find the right logo. So yeah, I'm sitting next to a picture of myself all day.
Hey, it's great. You're a good looking guy.
Oh, God bless. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.